Good morning. Today is June 17th. I've been in Denver, Colorado, neither for 15 or 14 something days. And just got done taking my shower at Haven of Hope. And I'm about to pull a car for the day. I'm about to go do laundry too. Feeling good. I feel good that I took the shower. I feel like the guy skipped me, or neither. I didn't know I should have gone straight downstairs after coming into the building. So it seemed like he was calling all the other names that were after me to come back to me. So I was sitting there. A fight broke out. They cut off the TV for a little while. So, but I'm done with that. Go next week. Trying to go like twice a week to keep myself clean, keep my hair clean. And so I'll probably go Monday or Tuesday, or yeah, probably Monday. Today's Friday, so we got Saturday, Sunday. And alright, about to pull the car. I hope everybody's doing well. Alright. Oh, it's death. So death, I think, is not bad. It's just the death of something old. And it's the death of something old to bring in something new. Yeah, I don't know. It's like these people, like someone's knocked out or neither dead on the ground, and I guess they're leaving behind their children, and death is trampling over them. It shows like a pope right here, or a priest, I don't know exactly, and it looks like he's pleading with the death or praying to death, but it shows like death, it's not something you can it doesn't, yeah, it's got children and adult and this pope, and it just shows like, yeah, I guess it's inevitable, but in the sense that, yeah, of course we all will die, but also the death of ideas and the death of relationships, beliefs, all sorts of things die off, and then something new comes. And that's really hard, because when you like create identity around a certain thing, at least for us, the beliefs or your characteristics, it's hard when it dies off, when you realize like there's loopholes to it. And I don't know, it dies off and you can't no longer parade around like you don't know. So yeah, yesterday, I'm gonna look up more interpretations, but yesterday, or the last 2 days, I've been watching stuff about the Matrix, and it spoke about how like once Neo knew what he knew, and how Morpheus was explaining like how you can't just tell anybody, because as long as they're asleep, there possibly could be agents against what it was they wanted to awaken people from, which was that people were living in the Matrix and people were being like, battery packs for the system. And as long as they're asleep, then they're a potential threat. So you just can't just, approach everybody. And it spoke about how Cypher, I guess once he knew what he knew, he wanted to chose to go back into the Matrix and like not, like live the dream. And Neo, he thought at one point that Neo might have been interested, because it was such the reality of like the real world was so depressing and stuff, and not as pleasing as the artificial one, that he assumed Neo wanted to go back into the artificial world too, but Neo was happy to know the truth. And so once you know the truth of something, or I don't know, like there's a saying for it, I forgot what it is, but it's like you're like almost living in denial if you want to just pretend like you don't know the truth or something, like, and how dangerous that could be. Or yeah, I don't know exactly the downside of it, but you're living like, you're trying to play like you don't know the truth or something. So yeah, it's like that to me is another, like an example. Like once you know something, you can't just blindly go along with it, pretending like you don't know, just because it pleases you, because it's like comfortable or whatever, you know. And I think that, I don't know, I think you could be taken advantage of in that way. I can't really explain how you could be taken advantage of, but I feel like as far as like spirituality, there's a lot of people out there who know that people are looking for truth and purpose and stuff, and they take advantage of that. And I feel like I see that, and so I'm very skeptical of spiritual people now, you know, or even, yeah, spiritual people, yeah. Because I was like young and I really was interested in spirituality because I was so hurt by religion. Like I grew up kind of Methodist Baptist, but we weren't forced to go to church, but we still were taught to believe those beliefs. And who I was didn't fit into those beliefs. And it wasn't that I was purposely trying to go against those beliefs. I feel like it was biologically, psychologically, like I was just different from what those beliefs stands for. And there's a lot of people who can like go along with those beliefs easily because they're not like, you can't see what's going on in somebody's head, or what, you know, you can't see what people also do like in secret. So at least not all the time. I think parts of who people are comes out sometimes, but sometimes they are able to mask it really well. And so they might appear like they're able to fit into like beliefs as far as religion and the government and like all these things, but who knows what goes on behind closed doors, who knows what goes on inside people's heads. So like I tried my best when I was younger, because that's what I was taught to believe, to go along with the idea of like what religion was preaching and teaching. But then it came a point where I was like, I really can't just go along with this because I know this isn't like true, or at least how it's being taught to me isn't true, because I know that who I am isn't by, not everything is by choice. Some things are by choice, but the deep things like my desires. I mean, sometimes desires can't be swayed by opinion and by social conditioning and all that stuff, but like attraction, and that's why I like the word disposition. Some things are just your disposition, even if that is formed by like, even if certain things are formed by your upbringing and stuff. I don't know if that's really your fault, but I mean, because sometimes you can't really see it until it's like probably too late to change, or even if you do see it, and that goes back to like pretending like you don't see the problem or you don't see the truth of the situation. It's like sometimes that's hard, but I think death speaks about like the killing off of false beliefs and ideas, and then to bring in something new. Mainly, I mean, I guess it could talk about death, and then when I look up more things about it, then I'll know for sure. But I like it as that idea, like, cause I love the word, and I'm just like rambling, like this probably doesn't make sense, but I love the word transformation, and I like the gestation, and like, you know, like things that just like you just transform. Sometimes I don't like to do it, but I think it's beautiful, like to become more aware of things and not pretend like you don't know something when you do, or to like become a better person in the world, you know. So, you know, and once you see things, then I think that helps you to become better and, you know, transform. So anyway, I'm gonna look up some other meanings, but I like the death card. I really don't think it means about like something's gonna die like in the physical. At least I don't think I've ever really heard it interpreted that way, that means something's going to die, but only beliefs and ideas and ways of being will die off, and then something new will come. Or it could mean something, you know, it probably can mean like death, but I like how it shows like it's just all these different people down at the bottom, and no matter what you do, you can't avoid death. It's gonna come for all of us no matter what. So even if it is just about like dying in the physical, it's the truth. So, all right. Hey, I'm gonna try to finish up the death card. I've been having problems. Had to clean out my phone. Hopefully that'll help. I want to get the characters correct. So down here, where I was talking about this person that's knocked out, it's a king, and there's his crown, and then here's a little child, and the child is probably the most comfortable with change in this photo. And then this woman, she's kind of like looks exhausted. And then there's this priest or pope. Someone called it a hierophant, which is also a card in the major arcana, and he's doing like almost like offering, or worshiping, or accepting death. And he's doing some sort of these big ants here, but they don't bite, but they're just big. So he does these he's doing some sort of worshiping of death or acceptance. And here's death, and it's in the armor, and it rides in on a white horse, and the white horse represents strength. Then in the background there's this little boat on the water, and it's kind of like showing to just let it be, like to accept and just go along with death. And back here is two towers, and then the like a sunset, and that means like kind of like death after life, or life after death, or that yeah, I would go with that. But yeah, it's about letting the old die to let in something new. And so letting go of old beliefs and ideas and way of being that no longer serve you, in order to bring in what you are now and what you are becoming. One way I was thinking was like when I was a kid, I used to believe in Santa Claus, and then when I was told there was no such thing, well, I found out that there was no such thing as Santa Claus by sneaking downstairs when my parents were putting gifts underneath the tree. And it was really hard to believe that there was no such thing as Santa Claus out, because it was like the one thing that the adults did back up that there was magic in the world was him. And they would say, like, he's coming to bring gifts, and you believe in it. And then when you find out it's not true, you kind of still want to believe in it, but even though it is no truth, there's not, it's not true. Another thing is, like, it could mean like getting rid of old things. Like today I was thinking about, I'm gonna clean out my stuff. I'm always throwing away stuff, but I'm sure there's stuff that's in my bag and stuff that I'm carrying around that I probably could throw away. So it's like, yeah, if you have things in your house, or you're carrying around things that are like old, and it's no longer like representing who you are, or you don't use it, to kind of let it go so you can make room for new things. Or if not make room for new things, just to let go of old things that represented who you were, and don't represent who you are now. Another thing, reverse. So you need to let go and change, but you're being resistant to the change. Like maybe dating someone who isn't really right for you, and you need to let it go, but you won't let it go. Or a friendship that's toxic, and you need to let the friend go, but you won't let it go. Or a job that you hate and you need to let it go. Maybe those are big things. Maybe there's little things that you need to let it go, but you won't let it go. Like maybe guilt or resentment, or something that you're holding inside, or inside your head, or something you just need to let it go. But being resistant to it. Upright, it is like like something that just, it's gonna happen regardless. So it's best to go along with it. One thing I was listening, it was about like Taoism is like, be like water, and like be fluid and flexible, and also be soft. And like softness over time can like destroy something that's hard, like it can like break down metals and rocks and stuff like that over time. So be patient, take your time, and like let the change or let it be like water, like change like water, like slow and gradually. And is there anything else I could think of? Yeah, other than like I think I said it was the 13th card in the Major Arcana. So it is about the fool going on his journey, getting to this point, but it's not like he dies. He goes on after this. But it's the death of who he once was, and now he's born new. And this is a cycle. Like, we'll go through it again. Yeah, I hope that helps. I don't think I left anything else out. But I like it. So yeah, it rarely means anything about a physical death. Some people say the tarot really doesn't predict physical deaths, but some people say depending on the lineup of the card, it can represent death, or other cards might represent death better than the death card if it's even if it's mainly like if they're reversed or something. But they was speaking about how people might be scared of this one, but it's not anything to be scared of per se. Yeah, but I can think of a few things that I should let go, and I feel like there's always these times of the year where you kind of feel like these new thoughts are coming in, these new perspectives, and it's exciting because it's like, wow, I don't know, I no longer have to like think like that or be like that. Like I could think like this or this new idea. Sometimes it's hard because it's like you base so much, I think I said earlier, like around an idea, and then you find out like you don't really believe in that anymore, and you got to let it go. Like you can't just pretend like it really is something you represent or you believe in, because there's no truth in it, you know. So I'm gonna let it go. I'm just chilling at this park and trying to stay cool in the shade. It's really a hot day, and I think it's going to be hot for a few more days, and it's expected to rain, but the percentage is low. So been here was the 17th, but I've been here probably 14 days, so that means I've done like 14 tutorials. I'm really enjoying it. I'm always excited about doing one and finding out what my card is today. Like I said, with this, I'm going to try to clean out some stuff, though I don't really have much, but I'm going to see if there's something that no longer serves me that I can throw away to make room for maybe nothing new, but just to make my load a little bit more comfortable by getting rid of old stuff that no longer serves me. And it's exciting to become something new again, you know, something new. So, all right, have a good one. I hope that helps. Bye. Doing as I promised, bringing you into new exotic locations.